Memo, jail power panel. The power panel is out. Can the person in charge of it please take care of it ASAP? I assume everyone knows, but since the jail power panel, jeez, that's kind of hard to say, is old as hell, we're gonna need some custom power panel parts. Oh boy, that alliteration. No one makes anymore. There should be a few in the generator room. Addendum. I got word there's only one of those power panel Can you just say parts? Like, okay, let me give you guys a little lesson in writing, since I'm a writer myself, and now this is just how people talk sometimes, but also repetition is kind of a weird way to write sometimes, because sometimes you can just reduce it down to something. So here, they start off it with, the power panel is out. So we know what they're talking about already. And since the jail's panel, you could just say panel instead of repeating it, because we already know that they're talking about power panel. We're gonna need those custom parts, or we're gonna need some custom parts no one makes anymore. There we go. It is so much more succinct and so much more clean way to write than keeping repeating over and over and over again. But they might be going for the way people talk, but still, it's kind of awkward to read. So I got word there's only one of those power panel parts in the generator room. The guy that's here to fix the bell in the clock tower should have another, so someone ask him nicely for it, please. Like, if you have a subject you're writing about, and the readers already know what you're talking about, assume your readers are intelligent. Always assume your readers are intelligent. So you don't really need to repeat that much, right? The only way you would need to specify like what panel you're talking about is if there's something else you're talking about in the same sentence, or if you change like subjects or whatever. Yes, English lesson. This is gonna be me. You guys are gonna have to get used to this, because I love teaching people things. I love improving people's grammar and English and all this stuff. So yeah, it's more awkward sounding. Also, and this is coming from me as a writer, as an editor, as someone who interacts with individuals who English is not their native language on an almost daily basis, but they speak perfect English. So I'm used to it, and I'm used to helping people out when they ask for it, or when I'm just doing this and I'm teaching you guys something. Like, I'm not one of those people to go out of my way and correct someone's grammar or whatever in the middle of them just having a conversation with me. That's an asshole thing to do. You don't do that. But if you have that understanding with the person that they want you to do that, and I do legit have people I know that want me to do that, and they'll ask me questions and stuff like that. So yeah, there are always better ways to speak. There are always better ways to write something. But if it's just casual conversation, it doesn't matter, you know, unless they specifically ask. So, but yeah, I just took this as a moment because of how you guys could hear when I was speaking it, how awkward it was to say that repetitive phrase over and over and over again. And like, don't do it. Like, if people already know what you're talking about, don't do it, man. It makes it so much easier to read, and you get to the point faster, and you get your message across faster. Because at the end of the day, language is about communication. And if you communicate more effectively, you get your message across faster. And unless you're trying to capture someone's specific way of speaking, which once again, that could have been, but it might have just been an awkward translation because, surprise, surprise, this is originally from a Japanese company. So it could have just been weird translation. You never know, honestly. Wait, I don't think...